But let's round off with the members of the National Assembly. I would like to introduce the Deputy Whip of the 10th Senate, Senator Barrister Onyekachi Peter Nwebonyi, for his goodwill message. Thank you.
Your Excellency, the hard-working, God-fearing governor of Ondo State, Governor Lucky Ayetidetua, you are indeed a lucky man, going by your name. And I want to use this opportunity to assure Ondo people that God is with you by having a governor like this man. And I believe that in the next 2 weeks, you are going to give political affirmation to this gift of God to Ondo people. Your Excellency, my boss, my leader, the man that brought me into politics, former governor of Ebonyi State, and the most performing minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency, Senator David Nweze Umahi. My message is simple. My message is to tell Ondo people that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu loves you. And that is why he's out to construct this road, which I've described as unprecedented since the beginning of the world. For the president to construct over 1,000 kilometers traversing Lagos, Ogun State, Ondo State, down to Calabar, connecting all the geopolitical zones of Nigeria. This is unprecedented. And we must stand by the president to embark on this project, because you will agree with me that for every society to develop, road infrastructure is basic. And that is what President Tinubu is doing. I urge you all to continue to support our president, because you can see that this road cannot be completed in 4 years. Mr. Tinubu needs more than 4 years to complete this project. And I know the entire Southwest will continue to back President Tinubu as Parliament by virtue of our oversight function to make sure there is value for money and the job should be properly done. Of course, I trust the Honorable Minister is a result-oriented minister. He is not an office minister. He moves from point to point, side to side, to make sure the job is done according to specification. Thank you. Nigeria is on the rise. May God bless all of us.
Thank you very much. We will go over to the stakeholders from Ondo State. Of course, to represent the legislature in Ondo State. Please, I invite you, the Deputy Speaker of Ondo State House of Assembly, for your goodwill message of 3 minutes. Please, a round of applause for him.
Your Excellency, because of our time, let me quickly stand on the existing protocol. Yeah, on behalf of the Speaker of Ondo State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Olamide Olajiji, I bring greetings to the Honorable Ministers and the Senators and the Members of Representative present here today. Well, my job is easy. I will only appreciate, I'm here to appreciate Mr. President for this project that is coming to Ondo State. And I will also assure us, the contractor in particular, that we'll talk to our people as representative of the people. We'll go back home, sensitize them, talk to them the importance of this project so that they can cooperate with the contractor. And we believe that after this project, a lot of development will come to Ilaje and Ondo State at large. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. The Deputy Speaker, Right Honorable Abayomi Akinrutan. And the next goodwill message is to be taken by Barrister Banji Okuomo. Please, let's put our hands together for him. Barrister Banji Okuomo, please.
Your Excellency, the irremovable, irreplaceable, irrepressible Governor of Ondo State. Permit me, Your Excellencies, to stand on all existing protocols. May I also, with respect, as a son of the soil, let me give regard to the presence of our traditional institutions in this house. I want to use this medium to convey, as a stakeholder from the riverine side of Ondo State and a major stakeholder in this project, as a former chairman of Ilaje local government, may I say that on behalf of our people, we want to convey our unfathomable depth of appreciation to Mr. President, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Tinubu, for deeming it important and imperative at this juncture to cover the ground for the good people of the coastal communities of Nigeria. There is no question about the fact that we have been the geese that laid good eggs over time, but it has been unfortunate for the people of that area that we have been so disconnected. Our communities in Ilaje, lying on the shoreline of over 93 kilometers, we have been so disconnected. It is historic and symbolic that this time around, in the era of President Tinubu, and the luckiest man carrying the luck of God Almighty as the governor of Ondo State, that we are having the opportunity of this road at this time. It is on this note I want to say that God Almighty will continue to preserve Mr. President, and God Almighty, come November 16, will also emplace and reaffirm and restore and ensure that no power of darkness will displace our governor. I want to say thank you for this opportunity, and let me say, this is not going to be business as usual. I'm very happy for the members of the National Assembly who have given us assurance that contractors will be put on their toes at ensuring that this project is delivered with precision, and it's not going to be business as usual where contractors will get money and they will not do the job. I also want to say this to our communities, that this time around we are not going to accept a situation where communities want to take ransom from contractors and frustrate projects. We are not going to allow that in our communities. We will provide all enabling environment for the actualization of this project, because this is our dream project. I am very, very elated. In fact, my happiness knows no bounds. Thank you for this project. God bless.
Thank you. Last but not the least in this category will be your son, Distinguished Senator Adeniyi Adebomire, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. Please, a round of applause for him.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Ondo State, Honorable Lucky Orimisan Ayedatiwa, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor, Honorable Adelami, and of course, Your Excellency, the Honorable Minister for Works, His Excellency Umahi. Thank you, and of course to my colleagues from the National Assembly, I welcome you all. Let me start by saying that I stand here also representing the three senators from Ondo, namely Senator Jimo Ibrahim, Senator Jide Bisagba, and of course myself, to express our gratitude to the President, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for this laudable and wonderful and gigantic project that has included Ondo State. Let me also thank His Excellency, the Honorable Minister for Works, for not only pushing this project, but also personally attending the stakeholders meeting, which shows you the importance that he has attached to this project. Now, I just have a few words for my people, and I'm happy that the Honorable Deputy Speaker of the House of Assembly and his brother from the Southern Senatorial District have actually more or less taken the words out of my mouth. But I'll just add a few. First and foremost, I think that it behoves on all of us, particularly those from the southern part of Ondo State, to ensure a seamless, and I emphasize seamless, construction of the part of this highway that passes through our territory. And I say this to say that if we allow a seamless construction, it will be done in record time. We don't want disturbances, we don't want ransom, we don't want holding anybody to hostage. This is, for me, a project that brings development to our people, but more importantly, brings commerce to our people. And I will explain why. Some of us will decide that if it can take us an hour and a half to get to Ondo State, why do we want to go to Ijebu? What that means is that when we get to that part of Ondo State, we turn in and we come out to Ore. We will buy things along the way. A lot of people will travel through that path. And when people travel that path as travelers, there is the tendency for them to patronize people in that area. So we must look at this on the long term and not the immediate. I am grateful that our KBACs are here, and I am sure that their presence is to give support, not only in terms of moral support, but it is a way of saying we are with you on this project and would ensure that it's seamless. The second thing I would like to say is that we must also understand something, and I say this given the victory that will happen on the 16th of November 2024, which is very certain, is to say that the governor himself is from that Southern Senatorial District, and that it is our duty, all of us, to support him so that that project can also be a landmark project during his tenure. I would therefore appeal to all of us to do all that is humanly possible to ensure that this project sees the light of day in record time. I thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. God bless.
Thank you. You know, somebody has said that going forward, we expect our roads not to experience failures. We have a man who has guaranteed that all the roads that will be done by federal government going forward will have a guarantee of 50 years. This man is an innovator, he's a transformer, he has had track records of excellence. I'm inviting for his speech the Honorable Minister of Works, His Excellency, Senator Engineer Wenze David Umahi, CON, for his address. Your Excellency, sir.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, my colleague from the same constituency, yes, former Deputy Governor and now Governor. When we came yesterday and the Deputy Governor came to receive us, and the Commissioner for Finance, whom I prophesied that will be Minister of Finance. And Your Excellency, I saw the kind of vehicle you gave to your Deputy Governor, and I conclude an opinion that if you've been a Deputy Governor and you become Governor, your Deputy Governor is going to be a lucky man. I want to thank you very, very highly. You're a good man. His Excellency Honorable Lucky Ayedetiwa, the Governor of Ondo State, this great state. Thank you for the warm reception. You were on campaign. By 11 o'clock, you still came to visit us. That is the hallmark of humility and commitment. And we spent another 2 hours to review the road corridor. And it shows your commitment to your people. And when you have commitment to the people, there is no power that can bring you down. Thank you very much. Very peaceful Deputy Governor of Ondo State, my colleague, Dr. Owolabi, the Honorable Speaker, Ondo State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Abayomi, the Chief of Staff, to the Governor, Prince Shegun, and of course the Honorable Commissioner for Finance. We must thank you because you were very detailed in taking very good of us. My headmasters, the National Assembly members, the Deputy Chief of Whip of the 10th Senate, my son, Senator Onyeka Chinwebonyi, the Chairman Senate Committee on Works, the Single Senator Piggy Baraneda, the Minority Chief Whip, my own son, Senator Osita Ongu, the son of the soil, SAN, Senator Ayodele, the Chairman House Committee on Works, my brother, and the principal of the Committee of Works of House, Honorable Akina Labi, my own son again, Deputy Chairman of Works, House of Rep, my own brother, Honorable Usman, and we have another honorable member, Adelagbe, House of Representatives, the two SSA to Mr. President on community engagement, Barrister Chioma Weze, and my sister Moremi, the two clerks. Time will fail me to mention all the protocol list, but let me stand on what has been established. Let me thank very highly the governor again and again for the warm reception and for making it possible for us to come and unveil this very important investment of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, a gift to the nation Nigeria. I thank you, the National Assembly members. I thank you, the two committees on works. When you are not in a place where a body was buried, you want to exhume it, you start from the leg. It's not the same with these two committees that have suffered so much with us in ensuring that our roots are fixed, ensuring that there is value for money. And so they cannot darken council without knowledge, because they have knowledge of what is going on. They have knowledge of what the president is doing. They have knowledge of the president's commitment, fixing our roads. Yes, road is the most important element of our infrastructural development. And I tell you something, I take responsibility for every failure on our routes, even for the ones started 20 years ago, the ones that were not appropriated for, because you can't appropriate all the routes. I take responsibility. I don't give excuses. I don't say there is no funding for it. No. The president taught us to think outside the box. And Senate Committee Chairman, I want to tell you that the Shagamu Ore Bini Road that you talked about, there is no appropriation for that, but work is going on there. Palliative measures going on there with a very committed, contractor, high tech. And we are also trying to procure the project for an intervention. This is very important. and it's opportunity to clear this issue of Oyo, Ogbomosho. The last administration is also inherited project. The last administration, you know, there is an express dualized route there. But they left that dualized route to start a new dualized route. And so that new project could not go far, and it was by RCC. And so the other one is being abandoned, and that's the one people are talking about. There is no appropriation for it, there is no contract for it, but thinking outside the box. My PAM secretary here, PAM secretary, I didn't mention you. You're a good man. Welcome. Welcome. Very hard-working PAM secretary. So he has constituted a committee immediately to go back to that, you know, old existing dualized route and go and maintain the entire thing, because you've raised a lot of motions. Even the road transport workers have also petitioned us and so on and so forth. So, but people don't really understand. And so we have terminated that contract under RCC. We are procuring it, but we have to now go back, thinking outside the box, to, you know, procure the rehabilitation of the old carriageway so that our people will be happy, you know. And so when people talk, they don't have the understanding of what they are saying. But we are committed to turning stone to bread. There is no complaining. We are not complaining, you know. But notwithstanding, I take responsibility for every failure, for every road that is bad, for every road that is ongoing and not ongoing very well. But be assured that we are not sleeping. So to the good people of Ondo State, the oil producing state, the key state for the economy of our nation, I bring greetings from His Excellency, your own dear son, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He has asked us to come and unveil this very important investment. I've always said that the commitment of Mr. President in this 4 legacy project is not just constructing roads. No, it's an investment. It's just like you're expanding the power base. You are increasing the power output of the nation. And people believe for you to increase the power output, maybe from 6 megawatts to 10 megawatts, every inch of the existing one must be working. No. These legacy projects are investment. The Lagos to Calabar 700 kilometers, passing through 7 states. And the governor just told me, oh, Edo State is by court. I said we are going to join a spur from Delta State to get to Edo State. And I congratulate the new governor-elect. He's going to do very, very, very well. You know, Senator Monday. So I congratulate him, and that will be the gift of Mr. President to him, and we know he's going to do very well. So if you look at the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, look at the vast land is going to be traversed. So this land we are going to acquire in partnership with the states, and that's where we have tourism, we're going to have factories, we're going to have housing estate, we're going to have industries. And this corridor, we are going to have wind energy. The wind energy is going to provide energy to the corridors communities. To the corridor communities. And it's very important. And so it's not just a road construction, it's an investment. You know, when people want to attack these legacy projects, they don't know what to say. They will now start saying a different thing. But me, I sabi very well that na bad belle, that the president dreamt of the coastal highway Lagos to Calabar 25 years ago as a governor, and God has given him the grace and the opportunity to make his dream to become flesh. So people are not happy about it. There was a dream by the Shagari administration 48 years ago on they called it that time Badagry Sokoto, highway. But the president, a man of great courage and good heart, he came and changed it, said Sokoto Badagry. Because he wanted it to start from the north. And today, that section is starting 120 kilometers in Sokoto. The construction is ongoing. The 258 kilometers in Kebbi, construction is ongoing. And we are going to procure most sections. And so people may not be happy. Why should it be him? A dream of 48 years. But they forgot that this man is a divine president. It's not an ordinary president. He came at his time to fulfill the promise of God for our nation. And you look at the Trans-Hara, it is connecting. It's one of the spurs of the Lagos Calabar, Sokoto Badagry, one of the spurs. The three legacy projects are connected together. And then the fourth one is also connected, which is Akwanga, Jos, Bauchi, Gombe. It's there. And so I welcome all forms of attacks. One of the things we saw when we came on board is that Mr. President inherited 2,604 projects, totaling, as at May 29th, 2023, 13 trillions. 13 trillions. And contractors were being owed 1.6 trillions for job done and undone anyway. We are verifying it with the National Assembly. And so the president, a man of courage, still had to manifest all the projects he inherited with the hope to find money to fix them. And that's what he's doing. And if you believe that these projects, some of them, the list has been 5 years old, some 20 years, 18 years, 17 years, and you believe that this project should be fixed in 14 months, if they are not fixed, I take responsibility for it. But there are things we are doing to ensure that it's no longer business as usual. In the past, like the National Assembly people said, you are given a contract, you are waiting for mobilization. The Procurement Act says the client may pay mobilization fee. It did not say shall pay or must pay. So it is within the convenience of the client. And when jobs are bidded, the contractor expected to provide evidence of financial capability. And the law says that before you are paid mobilization, you must be on site and you must be working, like the National Assembly said. So we are putting 2 projects we awarded new in Ondo State that they have not started. And I called them today and they say we have not been paid mobilization. If by Monday work is not ongoing, we will terminate it. We'll terminate the job. And I'm happy that my Action PAM Secretary is here. We have directed that all federal routes, whether they are within contract or not, the controller should give us the status of this project, so that we will do everything possible to ensure that by this coming Christmas, all federal highways within the limit of our thinking outside the box are made motorable. And any controller that fails to do that, the PAM Secretary knows what to do. Any director that fails to do that, the PAM Secretary knows what to do. When people discredit leaders, they don't know that these leaders are leaders that are, and the failure of the leader is the failure of the people working with him. And so we are committed to concluding this road. We are redesigning the Akwanga, Jos, Bauchi, Gombe highway. We redesign it on concrete. By the next Federal Executive Council, we are sure that the Trans-Hara route will be awarded. We are very sure. And there are a lot of benefits on the Ondo axis. We've watched the corridor over and over and over. And I want to tell the people of Ayetoro community. Ayetoro community, I don't know if they're here. Wow. Your light is come. The governor spent time yesterday to talk about this community, wonderful community founded in 1947. He talked about a lot of things you people were doing. The governor is committed to restoring back that community. And we are going to work with him immediately after the election. I'm coming back. We have expatriates here that are designing that project. We are coming back, we are visiting there, and I'm very sure it's one of the first projects is going to get started after being sworn in. So I commend you very, very highly. Nigerians should be very grateful that we have a listening president. We have a listening president. We have a president that is committed not just to work sector but all sectors of the economy. I'm sure you would have noticed what is being written on newspapers, that the fuel consumption has come down. That will be the magic of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It means that there have been a lot of tuatwa in this, petroleum sector. But a man of courage is there to fix it. The economy is growing. If you look through the nations of the world, you'll find out that we have recessions all over. I pity those that say that, Japa, this country still has a lot of potentials. The darkest part of the night is the dawn. The economy is being given oxygen that was inherited in a state of coma, and the economy is beginning to breathe. We ask for patience for Mr. President. We ask for prayers for him. We ask for time. Let me explain that what the contractors may have engaged a spokesperson to talk for them by saying that I am doing less, priority engagements. We are providing a new platform for the New Hope agenda to thrive. In the past, we have this mago-mago of contractors on what they call VOP, variation on price. We have killed it. If we give you a job, you have to use your mobilization to do the job so that there will be no inflation catching up on it. We have suffered a lot of losses as federal government by reason of this mago-mago and VOP. That is what we are doing. And the spokesperson of contractors is saying we are engaging in less priority issues. If you just fizzle out the money without doing the work, how will the work be done? We have eliminated what we call CPI. That's foreign exchange, differential claim. In the past, contractors will claim VOP and they will claim CPI. And so if you think contractors will not fight me, you have to think again. We've been fighting since I came in office, and we are still fighting. And I'm not afraid of fighting. After all, I'm David. It's divine to fight. We have terminated over 10 contracts. We've terminated contracts from Julius Beja, from Arusisi, from Madakat, from Dantata and Sao, big companies. And we have the courage to terminate more. Because you will not issue conditions to us. We issue conditions to you according to the same platform we are giving to everybody. We insist in value for money. We are rephasing the projects according to the amount of fund that is available. We rephase it phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Instead of allowing the entire stretch and then you'll be making claims over and over. So these are the platform of what we are doing. Rigorous supervision with the National Assembly, evaluating what the contractors are doing. So these are the things we are doing, and we are thinking outside the box. And let me say that I was never present when the viral video was made. I was not there. You know, I cannot be there. It was, David that said to the chief army of Saul, he said, with your hands and legs tied. Unless my hands and legs and mouth were tied before somebody can talk to me like that. You know, it was a paid job, and I have responded within my respect for the National Assembly. And nobody will do the works of the works committees because they are doing very well. They are doing very well. My chairman, there's nothing to fight about. Our books are very much open. Very much open. The tax credits, the books are open. And as we go along, anywhere we have tax credit, I want you to inspect the project, and then you inspect the distance. And let me announce that a lot of invitation from you on coastal, highway compensation. The matters are in court. The matters are in court, and that's why we are restrained from talking about it. So, Your Excellency, let me commend you very highly, for you are lucky, and you are a lucky man. In your time, this project is going to be executed. It's going to be executed. We are unveiling this today. We will conclude the design within the month of November. And I'm sure that we will be here in December to flag off the construction. We will do that. We'll do that. I saw somebody in the name of politics darkening council without knowledge, talking about this coastal highway. It's not a political project. The governor has met with the National Assembly, met with the president, met with Minister of Works over 10 times about this project. And the unveiling is coming at a very wonderful time, because all along we were designing. You see the yellow route. We don't want to demolish your houses, as the governor insisted. So we have spent time to realign the project, and we have gotten an excellent, route. But we still want, if you have comments to make, we'll give you the opportunity to make the comments, and if we all agree, we will endorse it, and then we will go ahead to conclude the design. Let me commend you and congratulate you in advance, my dear lucky governor. You are using a sledgehammer to kill an ant. I don't see opposition in this state. I don't see people campaigning. Nevertheless, you are honoring the people. You are going from one community, from one local government, to talk to the people. It's a mark of leadership, it's a mark of humility, and it's a mark of success. So let me congratulate you. That is the way to go. And God is going to give you resounding success. We are not looking for 80%. We are looking, that you people are carrying the head of the cow, the APC family. Your son is the president and the leader of APC. So you have to support him. And the people of Ondo State, you have to demonstrate it by giving APC 95%. Let 5% be invalid votes. No be so. The God of Ondo State will continue to be with you, be with your son, the governor, be with your son, the president. And it's my privilege to say that this section of the coastal highway is a reality by the special grace of God. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency David Umahi, the Honorable Minister of Works. We appreciate you, sir. I'm so touched by that statement. I take responsibility. So I appreciate you, sir. God bless you. And for people watching us live all over Nigeria, we are still at the stakeholders meeting and engagement on the proposed alignment for Ondo State 63-kilometer segment of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, holding here live in Ondo State, the Sunshine State. I would like to recognize the presence of His Royal Highness Oba Samuel Olumide Adeoye, Edema 1, ably represented by Engineer Omoshule Edema, the chairman of Egbe Omo Ilaje, Akure branch, Aye Mafuge Ilaje. I recognize you, sir. Your Excellencies, all other parts of the protocols I respectfully observe. At this point, may I invite the amiable governor of Ondo State, my governor, your governor, her governor.
Comment and questions. Comment and questions.
Your Excellencies, members of the top table, now we want to take questions from participants and stakeholders and journalists. Please, we want to take questions and comments. Please, we want to take questions and comments from participants and journalists. Please, let's signify because of our time.
Please, just 2 persons for now because we're on live and the governor would have to speak before we go out of live. Just 2 persons. 2 minutes.
You can come, sir. Please come up stage, sir.
Please, as you come, you tell us your name. Go straight to the point. No protocol, not even one. Thank you.
My first question is this. We have about 167 kilometers in the coast of Ondo State, but this project is covering 65 and 63. And those of us from the Riverine area, we want to know, maybe you can make it boldly, the names of the area covered in the coastal area, because it's not clear for us. We are not engineers. Thank you.
The Honorable Minister will answer all these questions. Please, one more person.
Your Excellency, all protocols observed. My name is Oba Kalejaye Rotimi Williams, the Munei of Obinei land in the larger local government, standing in for His Imperial Majesty, Oba Dr. Frederick Enitolorunda Oba Teru Akiniton, CON. He has directed me to deliver a goodwill message to the Governor of Ondo State and to the Honorable Minister of Works for this job that is ongoing. Prior to this time, some of us were having doubts as we were having information that the project was being diverted elsewhere. Sure, this was coming from critics, but this stakeholders meeting could not have come better than this time. It has cleared all doubts, and it showed that our governor has been working. He is a lucky one. He is a lucky governor. And message from His Imperial Majesty is that all the obas in our territory gives the governor all the support, and come what may, November 16, we assure you of our votes. Thank you.
Thank you. Because of hello, please, because of time constraint, we'll be limiting ourselves to these two questions. The Honorable Minister.
Members of Assembly, not one person.
Please, at this point, there will be no any other question. I would like my co-MC to invite the governor of Ondo State. Sorry.
Please, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we are on a live coverage, and we have just 12 minutes to the end of that transmission. So please bear with us. At this point, I would like to invite the Executive Governor of Ondo State, His Excellency Lucky Orimiso Aiyedatiwa. Please, let's put our hands together for our dear governor.
Let us be seated. Thank you. Let me acknowledge the Minister of Works, a distinguished senator, and His Excellency, former governor of Ebonyi State, David Umahi. I recognize you. The Deputy Governor of Ondo State, His Excellency, Dr. Laide Wolabi Adelami, the Speaker, Ondo State House of Assembly, who is represented by the Deputy Speaker, Honorable Abayomi Akinruton. Let me also acknowledge members of the National Assembly that are here, the senators and member House of Representatives, using the Chairman Senate Committee on Works and the Chairman House Committee on Works as a point of contact to all of you. Let me also acknowledge the Chief of Staff, all the commissioners that are here, Commissioner for Finance, who has been working tirelessly to ensure that we have enough money for some of these projects, especially this POS. All the senior special assistants to Mr. President of Community Engagement, our traditional rulers, KBACs, the Omakwetu of Mahi Kingdom, the Orunja of Odigbo, the Makpurure of Aheri, Oba Kalejaye of Ubinei. I recognize every one of you. I could see one of our religious leaders also from Zion, Pepe. I also recognize you, sir. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen,
I do not really have much to say because the masters have spoken himself. That is the Honorable Minister. That clap made me to just see the giant, your permanent secretary, Minister of Works. I recognize you. And the contractors from High Tech, I also recognize the consultant, Mr. Nicholas, and your team. Thank you for coming, for making time out. The other day, you were at Ayutthuru community to do a physical on-the-spot assessment. I haven't done your air view through the drone, and today you are here again. Thank you so much. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, like I said, I don't have much to say because the minister has spoken. He has taken us through the entire project, even the ones that are not happening here in Ondo State, to tell you that Mr. President wants to actually connect the whole of Nigeria together for ease of movement and ease of doing business. I want to use this opportunity to thank Mr. President, particularly for the approval and the commencement of this Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. It is not a political project, like the minister said, because that project has started at the Lagos axis and also at the Calabar axis. It's a reality. And I want to thank him for considering Ondo State at this time to also unveil the alignment to us. And from what I learned from the minister, we are going to flag off the Ondo State portion probably before the year runs out. See, Mr. President has always shown keen interest in Ondo State, the political development and economic development of the state, even before he became the president. Reason why he has always gotten involved in our political affairs, who governs the state, so that he can also contribute, to his development economically. And I can tell you, even currently, he's so keenly interested on who governs the state, and you know where his interest lies. It can't be any other person than his party, and I'm the flag bearer of that party. So I want to thank you, Mr. President. No wonder he's also supporting us, economically, to ensure that Ayutthuru is safe, is protected, and this road that will bring about huge economic benefit to the state starts at this time. Mr. President, thank you. Let me also thank the Honorable Minister for his commitment and dedication to this work. Not just this Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, all the other projects in the country. We've been following you, we've been tracking your activities, and we know that you are a genuine and real, genuine engineer who wants project to last at a very, very moderate cost. Thank you so much for all that you are doing to save money. And you are mobilizing not just resources, even the stakeholders, along with you, so that you can have a peaceful communal relation with the people, so that your project can be without crisis and delay. Thank you for all that you are doing in that regard. And I know you are bringing that also to Ondo State, and part of what you are doing here today. Thank you so much. Let me also appreciate the members of the Senate and the House of Reps, the Committee on Works. Your oversight function, from what I heard from you earlier on, is not just going to do oversight the way it used to be. You want to ensure that projects are commenced, monitored, and seen to its logical end. And funds that are being disbursed are utilized properly. I want to thank you for that which you are doing. We have seen a lot of projects that were started in some of the interventionist agencies before now that were abandoned. Mobilizations were paid and the projects were abandoned. I can mention a lot, even in Ondo State here. If we have been able to construct the Ugbo road that's supposed to link Ondo State to Delta from Ugbo down to Oye to connect with the one that is coming from Delta to meet at Oye. By now, this coastal highway will have a way to also run along that axis. It was awarded, mobilization was paid, and the project was abandoned. Today it's still there. And you know the institution that awarded it is a known project awarded by NDDC, and which they are still looking into. But I know with your kind of oversight function, this very project will start and will conclude it. Thank you so much. Now, for us in Ondo State, we believe this project is going to be of huge benefit to us. That is why we are going to cooperate with the federal government as represented by the Ministry of Works and all the contractors that will be working on our shore. I know when we're going through the alignment, I noticed clips. You cannot actually see most of the community by name, which one of the participants mentioned, that is not so clear which community the road is going to pass through. But I can tell you that no community will be overrun by the road. And there are, if you look closely, you will see that some of the communities that were mentioned that 4 kilometers away from the road, for example, Ogogoro town is 4 kilometers from the alignment and 7 kilometers from the coast, the shoreline to the sea. So it's in between. So those communities are protected. Ubalela town is 3 kilometers away from the alignment. You could see Ebute Pare mentioned in one of the along the line. It's closed. That is where Ebute Pare is closed. That is where it's going to join, link Ondo State. But the point, it's coming from Ogun State, and we bordered Ogun State from Araromi axis, so there's no way to not pass through that area, Araromi, into the coastline. And like I was talking to the minister, we are going to gain more land. The consultant talked about that, so don't be afraid. We are going to gain more land. They are going to do. There's going to be reclamation along the line. So, for those of us that have been in the riverine that builds on water, maybe it will be an opportunity to have lands now to build on land. The huge economic benefit cannot be overemphasized, but the truth is, this project is a reality. And once again, I want to thank Mr. President for this very, very huge project to connect the entire Niger Delta region together from Lagos. And like I mentioned to the minister, it's only Edo that we didn't see on the alignment, but he has promised that he's going to link up Edo so that the whole of Niger Delta state will be linked up for ease of movement, ease of doing business. Tourism along the coastline and estate, and so many other infrastructure that we're going to benefit from. And I want to tell my people, Odatiwa, Odiro. So thank you so much for coming, and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. We appreciate you, sir. Indeed, OTD Rorun Ondo State. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
We will use a very short time to allow the Honorable Minister of Works to address the questions raised. Your Excellency, the Honorable Minister, please.
Your Excellency, and all protocol in place. Don't worry, I'm not coming there. I'm good here. Governor, thank you very, very much for the wonderful speech you have made here. And like we promised, the design under Dr. Engineer Nicholas, the man that is doing fantastic work, will be concluded within the month of November. And that is a lucky month. Yeah, it's a lucky month. And it's a sign of the great and good things that will follow your administration. Thank you. We can't thank you enough. I'm sure the National Assembly have indicated interest that they want to reshake your hands. And thank you again, for the warm reception. Let me, before I officially unveil this corridor, let me thank High Tech Construction Company very, very highly. I was very much shocked to see the number of equipment they have on this Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. And the interestingly is that every section is independent of the other one in terms of work progress. And you come to a section, they will now subdivide again into 5, and each is also independent. So when I read on newspaper, they say the road has been abandoned, where the National Assembly people say they must go and see, because they even have their own informants there. But they want to go and tell the world that what I am saying is a reality. They will see 3,000 brand new equipment unveiled only for the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. We were in Sokoto, we saw brand new equipment for the Sokoto, we saw brand new equipment for the KB axis. And the one coming Trans-Hara is passing through Southeast. They opened the bid and I saw that High Tech did not bid. And people started calling me, why is this best company in the country not bidding for the one passing through your place? I say, well, it's not up to me to decide who bids or not. But I had wished that High Tech bidded for the one coming through Trans-Hara, and that we partake in the good job they are doing. So I want to thank High Tech very, very highly. Our eyes will be open, those on the corridor of Trans-Hara, to see the mannerism of whoever that wins that corridor. And the Chief Whip will open his eyes to see very well. And so this Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, 700 kilometers, 6 lanes, done on 275 millimeter reinforced concrete pavements. 2 carriageways. Each carriageway is 3 lanes with solar light all through the corridor, CCTV, toll station, relief station, and a 20-meter train track. "63 kilometers passing through Ondo State. Today is unveiled and handed over to God Almighty to perform the miracles He has been doing in other sections to the glory of God. Amen." Thank you very much. Please, can we come up here to flag the governor to take picture? Those on the front row.
First, with the governor and the Honorable Minister of Works. First, with the governor, the Honorable Minister of Works. Please, ICT, shut down the LED. ICT, please. Shut it down. It's still on. Photographers, please. You can now take the governor, the honorable minister first. Thereafter, the National Assembly members, the Permanent Secretary, Federal Minister of Works. Please, you can spread out. Spread out to enable other ones at the back. Thank you very much.
Please let me invite our royal fathers. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. On behalf of the government of Ondo State, please, let's settle down. Let's settle down, please. Let's settle down. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Okay, sir. On behalf of the government of Ondo State, we want to say a very big thank you to His Excellency David Weze Mwahi, the Honorable Minister of Works and members of his entourage. We appreciate you, sir, and we wish you journey mercies back to your destination. Please, let's rise up as we take the national anthem. Everyone, and we wish you journey mercies back to your destination. All our people from Ilaje, we appreciate you. Aye, Mafuge Ilaje.
Welcome back from the live telecast. We'll now continue with our regular programs. Stay tuned.
Events for the month of October.
At TVC News, wherever the big news story is happening, we're geared up to break it. TVC News, first with breaking it.
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us on The World Now. We begin here in Africa, where protests following disputed election results in Mozambique